Most of you know the drill now. I will go over the very basic ground rules, but let's get a game going while we get settled in here. Salty Passers, you're up first. If you're there, 1500. They got the question mark by their name. That usually means someone is provisional. Hopefully you're there. Greetings to Bakuz in the Twitch chat. Looks like we might have to abort this first one. We got plenty of other challenges. Look at this. Great to see Matt Sanner. You're up here. So just a reminder to everyone, this is a 2-hour event. We're playing 3+0 Blitz against yours truly, International Master John Bartholomew. I'm very happy to take your challenges. You just have to challenge 3-0 casual or rated. Standard chess, no variants, no horde chess, crazy house, anything like that. No custom position. Occasionally you try to sneak them by me, but I'm alert nowadays for the most part. So challenge me to 3-0. My username is Fins, F-I-N-S. And let's get this party started. We got a King's Indian defense here. We are on both platforms. Greeting to our Twitch and YouTube viewers. Oh, the YouTube viewers are turned up today. I love it. Hello, Akash. Also, Christina. Hello, Obi Arnold. Darklord82, Taylor Speaks. John Stevenson, I see you there. Excellent. Okay, E5. Let's go D5. We're going to close up the center. I just played a game like this the other day. I think I did an early G4. But let's play Queen D2 first. I'm going to see what Black is up to here. No duck chess? Yeah, no duck chess. Sorry if you're into that. I have not played duck chess yet. Greetings to John Carter. Also Tilted 1006. Greetings. Hello, Frieza Bird. Okay, we're going to continue the assault here. H4, H5. Coming up. This looks a little passive to me, this B6 move. So I'm going to turn my attention entirely to the king side for now. Maybe H5 was the key move there for Matt Sanner, because now Knight G3 is a convenient defense of this pawn. Also helps control H5. I'm ready to push this pawn. Hello, Harry Chess. Great to see you. I did a little warm-up stream on my own channel about 45 minutes ago. So that was good. Some of you got in some games. But get your favorite beverage. Maybe pop some popcorn. Hang out. We're going for the full 2 hours today, as usual. So get ready. Hello, Muscular Monkey. Yeah, you finally made it, huh? Excellent. Let's go here. So I like how this is shaping up. I'm thinking the knight's going to come here, so I'm debating if I want to try to pin. Yeah, maybe throw in bishop g5. Just looks a bit annoying for black. Let's say the queen goes here. I can play bishop h3. And that would actually almost force black to go back to d8. So this pin looks a little uncomfortable. I don't think black's thrilled about f6, but that might be the best move here. Thank you, Handles. Handles AZ is wishing me good luck. Thank you, thank you. I don't need it, though. I think you guys need the luck. I'm sorry. It's been about a month since someone's beat me on Lichess Plays. So you guys need all the help you can get. I'm not going to take it easy on you. Yeah, black's king does look a little open here, for sure. A bit unsafe. So we're going to offer a trade. Can you challenge me? You have to send me the challenge. So you have to initiate it. But feel free to do so. There are 50 plus other challenges, but everyone has an equal chance of getting selected. So no problem. All right, now here, I think we can take and go queen g2. Easy peasy. And black cannot defend this knight. I hope not, Handles. I hope not. Greetings, Michael. Good, good. Glad you're throwing your hat in the ring. Why not, right? If you guys are chilling at your computer today, just send me a challenge. There's absolutely no downside, so long as you're okay with playing in front of a crowd. I know that's a bit nerve-wracking, but you get used to it. Trust me. Okay, Matt is on the verge of losing on time or resigning or getting checkmated, perhaps. Game over. Okay, thank you, Matt, for the game. Yeah, so this same-ish variation, you played all the theoretical moves. This is one major theoretical line. They usually play a6 here, and the idea is to try to prepare rook b8 and b5, like actually trying for some counterplay on the queen side. I have seen the e5 approach that you played. I personally think this isn't as good as that last line I showed, and it probably is dangerous. It probably is straight up dangerous if you take a little bit too long to decide on counterplay. Because I think by the time we're around here, this is already looking pretty darn good for me. That said, there's always ways to improve. H4, yeah, probably not the most accurate because H5 would have slowed me down significantly here. The computer's still liking white. However, it's somewhat of an achievement if you can get your knight to H5, and I can't trade it off right away. Like that's gonna plug the holes on the queen side or on the king side a little bit. It's going to make it more time consuming for me to get through. So I should have actually played knight g3, it seems, right away, and then h4, h5. So thanks for the game. Instructive one there. And YF95 with the wings. The Lichess patron here, that's what that means. They're supporting the community. Good luck to you, YF. I need trash talking John in my life more. It's very hard for me to trash talk you guys because I like you so much. Are you there, YF? Guess not. All right. You can always re-challenge. Ivan Slava Ukraina. Okay. Good luck to you. Let's play e4 in this game. I usually mix it up between e4, d4, c4, knight f3. Occasionally I'll throw in like b3, knight c3, g3, some more flanky type stuff. But these are the big four, when it comes to openings. These pawn moves and then the flexible knight f3. Do you guys know why knight f3 on move 1 is... Looks like this opponent also is AFK. Why knight f3 on move 1 is considered a better try for an advantage for white compared to knight c3. Little thought experiment for you. Good luck, Jane, by the way. Okay, London system. Let's go for a Dutch style response. John, did you hear London got banned from Twitter for impersonating a real chess opening? I did see that tweet, yes. Does knight c3 transpose into other stuff that's equal or something? It can. Yeah, it could transpose into like a Scotch or maybe like a Jobava London or something. But I think the main reason, I'm also looking at what you guys are writing on YouTube, is that the c-pawn is actually a pretty valuable... I was pre-moving this move. I didn't realize it. Had white tried to Lafong me there, that would have been bad for me. The c-pawn is a pretty useful pawn to get up there to indirectly control the center. You can make a play towards controlling d5 without weakening your king, right? So when you block the c-pawn immediately, that does cut down on the opportunities that white has. It's even why, if you think about a basic position like e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, in the long run, the knight often does not stand very well on c6 for black. It might seem like a very minor issue, but that is a thing you should be aware of. If you're going to block one of your flank pawns, c or f pawn, it's usually better to block the f pawn like this, because typically you're not chomping at the bit to move the f pawn immediately, but the c pawn might be useful to move. How can I be an international master? Well, you have to play over-the-board tournaments, so in-person tournaments at long time controls. We're talking like game in 90 minutes or longer. And you have to get your rating above 2,400, FIDE rating, that is. Also, you have to earn what are called norms, which are performances in tournaments of this type, especially longer tournaments. So it is a process. And you can't do it strictly with online play, unfortunately. Maybe that'll change someday. But as of now, has to be over the board in-person play. Okay, I think I'm going to go d5 here. I like my knight, but I want to be able to play this, so I'm going to try to defend e4 in greater detail here. Yeah, hopefully my explanation of knight f3 versus knight c3 made sense, but there are quite a few openings where you have to consider the harmony between the knight sitting on c3 or c6 and the c-pawn. It's generally better, not always, but generally better to have the c-pawn in front. Is that why the c3, c6 knights often shift to the king side in the Italian? Yes, good point. That is a major reason why. Absolutely, Spunky Crunk. Also, if you think about in the Ruy Lopez, who knows what major line of the closed Ruy Lopez, so where black plays d6, that features an early knight move for black to try to reposition that knight from c6. If someone can name the variation I'm thinking of, you know your Ruy Lopez, aka Spanish game. Oh, actually, there's two. Yeah. You guys gave the one I wasn't thinking about, but there's kind of two major ones. So I picked off a pawn here. Now I'm going to go queen takes e3 if allowed. Yes, the Breyer is one. The Breyer variation. Black plays this knight b8 move, which looks downright ridiculous, actually. Ooh, this is a fun move here. I think this is a good idea. And there's also, what's the other variation? At the same position where the Breyer variation happens, there's another line. It's interesting you all said Breyer. That's right, Rex. Yes, the Chigorin variation, which is knight a5, trying to get the c-pawn up. In both variations, you're attempting to get that c-pawn involved. To jump it to c5, and sometimes the knight even goes back to c6. Let's go here. So I picked off that queen on c2. Ajane should have taken that. Can I do something fancy here? I'm looking at ways I can maybe play for checkmate, but I'm not really seeing them. Guess I should go here and attack this. Christoph always plays the Chigorin in his videos. It is a pretty good line. Yeah, that's a venerable line. It's been around for so long. Has such a good reputation. I usually play the Zaitsev variation. Incidentally, that's 9 bishop b7. But Breyer, Chigorin, hard to go wrong with any of those lines. All right, thank you, Ajane. So this was a London setup. I think this is a little bit passive for you. I don't like the idea of trying to castle queenside in this setup, especially after black takes with the c-pawn here. I feel like this half-open file, you're setting yourself up for some problems there. Wow, I straight up missed knight takes f2. I'm missing some tactical stuff. Let me look back at the chat. Who noticed that? Harfies noticed it. Said, "Did you miss a fork?" Yes, I did, Harfies. Anyone on YouTube notice it? Not that I see. Not that I see. But someone out there, other than Harfies, probably did. Yeah, I could have played knight takes f2 right away. So you should probably castle on this side of the board. Keep the f-pawn protected. Yeah. Then it looks like a fairly normal position if you play this way. Wow, we both got like double. I missed it multiple moves. I missed it 2 moves in a row. That's pretty bad. This might be the day that you guys can take me down. I've already committed like 2 big blunders like that where I didn't capitalize on what should be just a complete layup for someone of my ability. So this could be your day, guys. I'm rooting for you. Okay, Alexei Poroshikov. Good luck to you, 2181. Could you not have moved the rook with a discovered check and took the rook then? You mean like rook e2 when the knight was sitting on e5? Yeah, I think I could play that. Rook e2 check. I guess it wouldn't be mate, but yeah, that wins like a rook and a knight for the queen. All right. Don't think Alexei's here. Let's go on to the next game. Oh, we're up to 94 challenges. Unreal. Anch. Okay, good luck to you. Let's play e4 again. All right. I'm getting strong Stafford Gambit vibes. Very strong Stafford Gambit vibes. Let's see. The speed with which this move was played tipped me off. Okay, now they're taking time to type in the chat. I still feel like knight c6 is going to happen, but now I'm really curious. Black is tanking. Oh, bishop. Okay, my read was wrong. I thought they were just raring to go with knight c6, but no Stafford this time. But now I think I should be able to consolidate this pawn pretty cleanly. This is a strong knight here. I can even play f4 if I want, like let's say rook e8. I think f4 is actually a pretty good move. The Shigorin, I've been vaccinated against that. Like a shingles vaccine. Hello, Element. Greetings. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in today. I get a lot of nice messages from people who watch Lichess plays around the world, including some members of my own family, actually. So shout out to them if they happen to be watching. I think they're currently watching the NFL game going on, the American football game going on. But you never know. Okay, so not a terrible position for Inch, but they are down a pawn. Doesn't look like there's that much compensation, but it's still very much a game. Nepo versus Ding. Who am I cheering for? Ooh, that'll be real interesting. I guess I don't have like a clear rooting interest, but I am curious stylistically how they're going to match up. Ding seems like an awesome dude. Nepo's cool. Yeah, it's hard for me to say that I'm really rooting for one of those players. I would like to see Ding like rise to the occasion competitively. I think he's somewhat faltered in some key moments sometimes. I want to see him like get into that next gear and really push himself. I mean, he's already just absolutely a unbelievable player. Like his resume is incredible. But at this world championship level, this last hurdle, we haven't yet seen what he's made of. So really, really curious about that. John got that Dom Toretto family support. Respect. Yeah, it's all about family. I live my life a quarter centipon at a time. And it's all about family. You guys are also my family. John, how do you feel about the Timberwolves right now? Oh, man. They seem to be imploding, which is also not surprising. Do I have a football team? Like in my state? Yeah, we do. We have the Minnesota Vikings, which they're actually doing well this year. I don't know how today's game's going. I think they were down last I checked, but they're actually surprisingly decent so far this year, but they always choke, so I'm not getting my hopes up. Hey brother, how's it going? Hello, Esgis. Yeah, I got a lot of siblings here. I've got a lot of a lot of support from people who played a lot. Some people who've been adopted in the chat. Not looking at anyone in particular, but I might be playing them. You never know today. Hey, thank you, Martrium. Greetings. All right, thank you for the game, Anch. Yeah, so if you're going to play this opening, Petrov, perfectly good opening, one of the best in chess, no doubt. On knight takes e5, the most solid move for black is d6. This is where all the theoretical stuff occurs in the Petrov. White retreats the knight f3, and then you can scoop the pawn on e4. You don't want to play knight takes e4 too soon, though, because if you play it here, many of you know this, but queen e2 does lead to issues for black. This line's actually playable if you know precisely what you're doing, but you have to fight from a pawn down a lot. Well, I missed another fork. Let's see. Where? Okay, b3 might be good here. Oh, bishop c5? Bishop c5? Why does Anjin like that move so much? Wants me to do that and then take. Okay, I did this. Oh, you mean bishop b6. Yeah, well, there's rook d5. I'm not going to claim that I played the best move here, but I'll give myself a pass for that one. All right. Oh, looks like we've got a couple people meeting in the chat. Very good. All right, thanks for the game. So, yeah, Anch, don't play that bishop d6 move. That's a weak move. Play the d6 move. Or if you want to take a walk on the wild side, Eric Rosen's content, Stafford Gambit with knight c6. I cannot recommend, though. I am an anti-Stafford aficionado. I would not recommend this move. You can get wrecked if white knows what they're doing. So proceed at your own level of danger, your own assumption of risk. Thanks for the game. All right, Brainless Bishops, 1666. Good luck to you. Hello, Purple Taco Salad. Greetings. Thanks for following my content. All right, let's play a Sicilian. Zedek said, boo, Stafford is amazing. I will say, I will give it credit for being a very interesting gambit. All right, let's take the Smith-Morrow gambit pawn. However, I think it's a little played out now. I think the Stafford is a bit played out. Maybe like 2020, sometime during the pandemic, it was more of a hot commodity, but it's kind of a known line these days. That said, not saying it's not dangerous. But if you guys need an antidote, come to your old buddy John. I'll give you a few. Okay, so this way of developing is kind of interesting for black. You send the knight to g6. You keep this pawn firmly planted here. Mark Esserman has entered the chat. Yeah, Mark does love the Mora. It's interesting because I almost never take this gambit pawn. So if here knight d5, I think I'm okay with that because I can take the knight and then castle. Oh, thank you, the Smooth Boys. Glad you like the content. Frozen Cloud says, I saw on YouTube that you can play the Stafford with the white pieces as the bishop opening can transcend into it. Can transcend into it. I think you mean transpose. But I might start using the term transcend in place of a transposition because that sounds a lot cooler. Yeah. Playing an opening that you like with the opposite color is an interesting strategy. However, it usually goes astray because the opponent just has so many different options, right? Like, people sometimes ask me, like, oh, you're a Scandi expert. Why don't you play D3 on move 1? And then when they go E5, you play D4. I'm like, yeah, I could try it, but there's no guarantee they go E5. And also, that's kind of lame. I want to try to fight for an advantage with white, not try to equalize. Except for King's Indian, which is good for both colors. Interesting theory. Yeah, you can play the King's Indian attack. I think I've related this anecdote on stream before, but there's a grandmaster, Vladimir Malanyuk, who for many years was known as a big expert in the Dutch defense for black. The Dutch defense, d4, f5. And he had such good results with it. Someone asked him one time, he's like, so you do really well in the Dutch. You seem to enjoy the positions a lot. Like, why don't you try to play f4 on move 1 as white, right? Play the bird. You're going to get a lot of Dutch positions. And he thought about it for a second, and he was like, well, that extra move is going to hurt me. And as ridiculous as that sounds, there's actually some wisdom to that. Like, certain openings only like flow and vibe the right way when they're actually played in the way and the order in which they're intended to be played. Not like up a tempo or like trying to like backdoor it via move order. Strangely enough, a lot of times that doesn't work out. How do we send a challenge? I don't know on YouTube if there's a direct link to it. Maybe one of the mods can posted if there is. But if you go to my profile, so if you click on your profile, like this button in the corner, and then replace your username in the URL with mine, Fins, Fins, you can go to my profile and then click the little swords icon and challenge me. So it'll take you a few button clicks, but you can get there. Thank you, Esches. Yeah, Esches just dropped, for those watching on YouTube, the link to my profile. We have a command, I think. Let me see if it works. This one? Yeah, there we go. I just don't think we have a challenge command on YouTube. Ooh, Queen H5. All right, I got to be careful here. I don't want to get checkmated by brainless bishops. You know what I should do? I should probably go here. Give the pawn on H7. I definitely missed that Queen H5 was a threat, but I'm going to dance towards the middle of the board. We're going to hide here. All right. Thank you, Brainless. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, so this line, I got to admit, I'm not too certain about the theory. I think you're supposed to play bishop g5 here, right? Let's take a quick look. Yep, Masters database does say bishop g5 top move, because that interferes with the knight jumping to g6 at least. So you can see the stats like are not great for white. Hard to know how much to read into that, but I think the computer is going to agree that black should be okay, at least equal. But there are ways white can fight for compensation here for sure. This line's pretty interesting. E6, A6, knight C6, knight E7. So if you're looking to accept the Smith-Morra and go into this, this is one of the setups I think is a better setup for black. You don't give his white much to chew on in the center. Okay, thank you for the game. Hakalar, hey, good to see you. Let's play knight F3. So we've never played before, right? I've seen you in chat. Are you the person who asked me about the good, the bad, and the ugly every week? I bet it's going to appear in the chat here. Like, hey, John, have you watched the video yet? I think that's Hakalar. He asked me if I've seen like an orchestral performance of the good, the bad, and the ugly soundtrack. It's like a very specific question. But apparently Hakalar is AFK. Oh. Cancel. I tried to abort it, but then Hekalar played a move, and then I guess it went for a takeback. Interesting. Yeah, just in time. That was great timing. All right, let's play in experimental fashion here. This is a system opening. It's an interesting one. It's very, very interesting. I'm refusing to move my e-pawn. So I'm also taking a bit of an unorthodox approach. Let's grab some space. Push some pawns. Okay, this knight's looking a little cramped. Go back to g6, though, so no issues for the moment. I'll continue taking the space. Okay, I see what you're up to. I see it. Let's go here. I'm thinking about this move if I get a chance. I suspect Hekalar's probably going to put the bishop on c6, but they didn't play that, so now maybe I can threaten this and this. This is starting to look pretty good for me. The chat is rooting for you, Hekalar. Okay. I feel like I might have something here, but I'm not sure. Knight b6. Yeah, maybe knight b6 and just go for the clamp. Let's attack the rook. Maybe c4 after that. Or knight c3, knight d5 also looks pretty good. Let's do that. Still anticipating the bishop coming here, but when I can play knight d5, I'm liking how this is shaping up. Just reading your guys' comments. Interesting opening. What is this called? So this is kind of a system. It's like a check Pierce. I don't know if this setup has a name. Is it the lion, guys? The lion opening, or is that a slightly different setup? Someone in the chat may know. I actually see people play that from the white side, speaking of like switching the colors, basically. You encounter that a fair amount in Bullet. Let's try to reposition this bishop. I wonder if black will actually go knight to e7. That would have been an interesting move. The transcendental lion. A lion by transcendentalism. All right, let's just centralize here. I've got the two bishops, the space advantage. Black's fighting, though. Okay, I feel like this might be the move here. I think knight c6 would have been better there. Knight c8 seems a little too passive. Okay, e6. Or... Could take on d6, but I feel like taking on d6 is a bit accommodating. So let's play e6. I will take with the rook at that point. Lichess says casual, but for these, John doesn't care. That is correct. I do not care. I literally do not care if you challenge me to rated or casual. In fact, I would say you should challenge me to rated, so you have a free shot at my rating for many of you. Yeah, so Heckler lost sight of the discovery there. He had to take the pawn, but it was looking kind of unpleasant. Let's pre-move this one just in case. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Thanks for the game, Heckler. I haven't seen it yet, mainly because I am anticipating you asking about it next week, so we can't disrupt the chain. Yeah, thanks for the game. Let's see if you play knight c6 at the end. What the eval is. Ooh, wait, what? Oh, don't tell me I had queen takes f7. Okay. Whew. I thought for a second when I saw this was a double question mark, this and this, that I missed like some brilliancy like this, but that doesn't work. So what did I miss? Queen takes c6 and bishop takes a6? Okay, yeah, another thing I should probably see. I probably should have done that. I was kind of fixated on getting the bishop here and attacking. That said, I think if you put the knight on c6, you're still fighting here for sure. It's against the two bishops. Your structure's not great. Like, these pawns are weak. But I have a lot of work to do to win this game. So thank you very much. Oh, interesting stuff here. Bishop takes f6. Not a move I considered. But in the interest of getting the knight to d5, the engine likes this. This is why you guys gotta look at your games a little bit, even these very fast games. Normally, if I was like seriously analyzing a game, I would try to find some of these moves before I click on the engine. So if you're being really thorough, I would recommend that for your longer games. If you play like Rapid or Classical, try to make some conclusions on your own before clicking this thing. But in the interest of time, I usually click it on in Lichess plays. All right, thanks for the game. Pontoras, hey, I just saw you in the chat, and now you get a game. Look at that. The algo is rewarding you. I hope you're there now. Yes, you are. Okay. All right, let's play a Caro-Kann. Any idea on how I can learn to think quicker? That's a tough one. I don't really know how to answer that. I gotta be honest. Any ideas, chat? All right. Knight f3. That's a good move because it stops this. Now, I think here I'm supposed to go bishop g4. think this is the move. I prefer not thinking, says Nizahi. Yes, maybe the best move is not to play in the first place. Practice drilling patterns / tactics till you can see them faster. Handel's giving a legitimate answer. Electroshock therapy. Yeah, you know, a lot of these metrics do just naturally improve. Like, to give a serious answer, they naturally improve over time. I don't know if this is the most accurate move, by the way, but we played it. Should I take here? Let's take. I'm curious which way white's going to recapture. Takes with the bishop. That looks correct, because if you take with the knight, this pawn would have been lost. So I think white's playing pretty solid so far. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go rook e8. Pawn for breakfast and knight for dinner would make you a GM in a few weeks. Puzzle Storm. Yeah, Puzzle Storm is good. That's fun. Meaningfully practicing calculation and tactics is always a good use of your time. Playing longer games, of course, the bread and butter stuff. Playing Ultra Bullet helps. Man, Ultra Bullet. Is Ultra Bullet 15 seconds per side or less? How is it defined? I'm going to take and go knight d5. I need some counterplay here. Oh, I also have bishop g3. I could throw that in too. Should I do it? Yeah, let's throw it in first. And then we'll go here. Trying to find some squares for my knights to operate on. 30 seconds? Oh, I thought that was hyperbullet. Or did I have them confused? I know at least one of those pools, maybe both rating pools, are actually kind of compressed compared to like the ratings you see with Blitz, Rapid, even just regular Bullet. Because there's not so many like players who play those time controls who are crazy enough to do it. Oh, the fork. Hyper Bullet is 30 seconds. Okay. So I was correct about that. John right, chat wrong. The way it should be. It's defined as the time control where only Andrew Tang doesn't flag. Yes, that is true. By the way, I think I mentioned this before, but have you guys seen the video where Andrew is playing the tile game? Go look that up. Like Andrew Tang is on YouTube. Andrew Tang tile game or Penguin GM tile game. I give you permission to go check out another video while you're watching. It's unreal. It's from like 4 years ago. And it's not at all a chess video, but it shows you the level of speed that some of these incredible online chess players possess. Okay, do I have a mate here? There's a check here. There's a check here. I don't see a mate yet, though. Probably like this is a good move. Give white a choice. Their king's going to walk the plank a little bit. I love when John flames the chat. It's very hard for me to do again. But occasionally I will do so. Okay, thank you, Pontorez, for the game. GG. You were doing fine. I mean, I think up until, yeah, like maybe around here, I thought you should probably castle. And looking at it again, like I had this idea for quite a while. So the engine's probably going to yell at me for that. So taking in bishop g3. But I don't think you should be hesitant to castle around here. Yeah, finally I found it. But the engine's giving my moves double question marks because it wants me to take and disturb your king every time. Otherwise, I think you played all right. Yeah. I think this bishop does tend to get developed a little more aggressively in this line, like bishop c4. So maybe look into that. Okay, thanks for the game. Eden, you're up next. Let's play in English. Tile game? Yeah, I don't know what the name of the game is, but it's some sort of game where you click tiles as fast as you can. But you will be blown away when you check out that video. 2D aim? Ah, okay. Thank you, Shrip. Apparently that's what it's called. Here we're transposing to a Catalan. We've transcended into a Catalan. I do like it when people slightly alter chess terms. I always get a kick out of that. Like a common one, you guys know, like an interference idea. I have a student who calls it like an interspersing, which I always find funny. Like intersperse. Or I knew someone one time who had been around chess for quite a while, who for whatever reason would call pawns, like Ponds, like the bodies of water, small bodies of water, ponds. This is like an adult, and I never knew if they were actually like joking or if they had just referred to pawns as ponds for so long that like no one had ever corrected them on it. Oh, you just watched the tile game, says never play F6, says no wonder I'm a lousy bullet player. I mean, that's another level. I wonder about that. Like how I don't think even in my prime, back when I was like playing computer games, I would ever get close to that level of speed. That's just talent. That's just Tang talent. Hikaru sometimes says Castrol instead of Castle. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hikaru does that too sometimes, doesn't he? Or like I know Danny Wrench, he used to say like Cackle instead of Castle. It's simple Tang is a robot. I think so. I think that's correct. All right, so I'm up a pawn here. I think I'm just going to take and go rook d1. Try to coordinate. Probably move this knight at some point, but I don't know when. Maybe sometime soon, like next move. Right, aggro? It's crazy. Okay, knight e5. Yeah, it might be time to play knight e5. It just looks so natural. Oh, Eden was anticipating that. Why am I now thinking about pawn structures? Yeah, pawn structures. Also, this is a classic one too. The people who say eat instead of capture. And I've encountered this even with quite good chess players. Like they don't say capture, they say eat. Like, oh, I'm gonna go eat the pawn. And I don't think they're saying it ironically either. Let's go here. Someone I follow says fettuccine instead of fianchetto. Okay, that's kind of a funny one. In some languages, you say that. For instance, in Italian. Oh, interesting. Really? You're not pulling my leg on that, are you? Because I believe you. With no fact checking, I believe you. Okay. Almost looks like I have a tactic here. Let me think. Like, this is not a pin because that queen is defended. However, I could do that to go into an endgame. Looks like a pretty darn good endgame. I mean, knight c6 makes sense. There's a check down here. I don't see exactly what that leads to. Yeah, I'm gonna go queen b7. I think it's fine. Trade the queens. That b6 pawn, if I can win that cleanly, this is going to be a walk in the park. Let's go here. Black had bishop d8, but no time on the clock. All right, thank you, Eden, for the game. Yeah, so you just missed time c5. This position, it's a little bit passive. It's playable. You know, with my rook sitting on d1, you want to move your queen and then try to get c5 in at some point. Although I think this is actually a pretty good version of this for me. I feel like you're maybe a move behind where you should be. Yeah, Engine thinking this is pretty comfortable. Because there's problems like, let's say you go queen c8 and then I just play a developing move. If you play c5 here, I might go d5 perhaps. Yeah, d5. Because this bishop's now undefended. But definitely watch yourself when there's a rook lined up with your queen, even with a pawn or multiple pawns pieces in the way. Because that frequently leads to trouble. Thank you very much for the game. You put up good resistance after that. Okay, Beckett's Murphy, good luck to you. Just simplify, you went on time. Thank you, Dark Lord, for the advice. All right, we got to play Scandi. Let's do it. All right, knight c3. Shall I play queen d6? I very rarely play the queen d6 move, but we're going to go for it. Magnus plays this from time to time. It's a pretty legit line. I almost always play queen a5 or queen d8 instead, but this is definitely a possibility. I feel like the way that white's handling this, it behooves me to actually put my knight in front of the c-pawn and opt for quick development. One nice aspect of having the knight here, bishop takes f7 does not work for white. It does not work because I have the e5 square covered. So like knight e5 check to try to take there would have fallen flat. Do I play knight e5 now? That is an interesting possibility. I think I'm going to do it. I mean, this is a bit awkward. This isn't anything earth-shattering for me, but I can mess up their structure a bit. I think it's fine. Looking at ways I can really increase the pressure. It's kind of hard, though. There's knight e4. White can run an interference at some point. Should I go e6? Let's drag this out one more move before I decide what to do here. Do you play the Scandi as part of psychology? Yes, I like to play openings that infuriate people. Yeah. Also, I think the Scandi is a more honest opening than the French or the Caro-Kann. I was talking about this on my stream not more than like an hour and a half ago. Like, think about the French or the Caro-Kann. Like, black's being a little ambiguous. They're like, I'm going to, like, work my way up to d5. At least with the Scandi, for as much hate as it gets, like, oh, you're trying to simplify the game and just, like, trade the pawns in the middle. At least I'm being honest about it. At least I'm doing it right away. I'm not leading you on as you would in the French and the Caro-Kann, you know? I'm not playing with your emotions. You know I'm going to put the pawn on d5. I do it on move 1. Oh, Story Night on YouTube says, hi, I just started playing that tile game. It's kind of addicting. That's funny. So you can actually play that game, huh? Matteo, greetings to Matteo, says, yes, in Italian, eat is way more common than capture. I can't pronounce those Italian words for it. Mangiare, catture. Mangiare for eat, catture for capture. How's that? I feel like I need some gestures. Mangiare. Mangiare. Catture. Was that okay? Waiting for John to accept tile game challenges? Yeah, maybe Andrew will do a stream where he simultaneously plays tile game and also plays blitz games against you guys. Nice, Trip. You sound like that Brad Pitt scene in Inglourious Bastards. Buongiorno. I remember that. In Gujarati, we also say eat instead of captures. Ah, interesting. See, we learn stuff all the time on Lichess plays. I know I come out of Lichess plays learning at least 2-3 new things every time. Okay, thanks, Mate. Okay, so I gotta improve my pronunciation of capture. That makes sense. Looking at how it's spelled, was not particularly close. Ooh, sacrifice of the exchange. Interesting play. Interesting play. I respect it. I respect it. I don't know. No, I think there's a pretty straightforward refutation. I actually just take here and then take here. I was thinking if I could play like f6 and then take g3, take f3 later, but this is just too easy. Let's just stop any queen a7 shenanigans. Do I know Jan Gustafsson? Yes, I do. I've never met him in person, but I've talked to him before. I actually played a match against him one time. Maybe queen here. This is actually still kind of interesting, but I think that the material damage has largely been done. All right. Thank you for the game, Beckett's. Yeah, I do believe you might want to throw in the move h3 somewhere, like maybe here. Take a quick peek at the engine, because bishop g4 seems annoying. I think I would have thrown in the h3 move. Engine says this position's dead equal. This felt okay. I mean, a6 is handy for me. It stops knight b5. Knight c6 is helping influence the d4 square. But that looks like a wise investment of a single rook pawn move, just to lend some control there. I was wondering about this. Knight takes e5. Who here would have the guts to play this move and sack the queen? How is this going to go? Take. I looked briefly at this, but I just didn't believe it for white. Wow. Okay. Stockfish would absolutely wreck me here if I was playing black, no doubt. I can just tell by the evaluation and the fact that it's unbalanced. So you get here, and then you simply recapture. You let this simmer. I'm a little surprised by that evaluation, though. I'm not going to lie. I mean, at this moment, white only has 2 minor pieces for the queen, right? 2 minor pieces and a pawn. So that's 7 points of material for a 9-point piece. But apparently, because of the awkward position of the rook, and like this, at minimum, always running into 95. Actually, this is fantastic. Bishop coming in here. It's a bit of a long-range concept, but I do see the compensation. I think that's a case, like in a classical game, I would have spent more time before playing 95, because that does look like something you probably should calculate. But in a blitz game, I don't think too many people are going to take here. All right, thanks for the game. By the way, I apologize to the Italians for making you cringe with my pronunciation. All the Italian viewers out there. All right, let's go to the next game. Yankee Yannick, good luck to you. I will play d4 in this one. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, Isai. Says, I want a rematch between Jan and John. The only reason why Jan won last time was his superior understanding of openings. That's very charitable of you to say that. But John's opening prep has improved so much in the last 7 years. That also charitable of you to say that, too. I think Yankee is not here. No, I mean, Jan is a few classes ahead of me. He's a very strong grandmaster. He's been a second to Magnus Carlsen. And he is a very knowledgeable player in the opening for sure, but he's just better than me at every phase of chess. So as much as I would like to think I would have a better chance against him now, I'm not so sure. We're probably roughly the same as when we played that match. But I appreciate your vote of confidence. Okay, delayed Alapin. Let's play knight f6. Do you have tips on how to stop being stuck at the same rating for a long time? Probably need to work with a coach or a player stronger than you, even a friend who's maybe at a slightly higher rating level than you, to try to suss out like why you've been stuck for so long. All Scandy match for Jan versus Jan for odds. I feel like Scandy would be a tough opening to play against Jan in a thematic match where he knows it's coming. By the way, Jan is like one of the most dry, sarcastic people that I'm aware of, like in the chess world, and maybe in general too. Um, he's pretty funny. He's witty for sure, but super dry sense of humor. I'm gonna go b5. I probably should have played b5 in the first place. My rating is 1700 FIDE Classic. Is there any chance to be a candidate master? I have passion and I am 18 years old. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about that. Don't limit yourself to candidate master. There's no reason you can't become a FM, IM, maybe GM. Okay, now these pawns are both hanging. I'm probably going to take e4, but crosses my mind like maybe I should bust up this structure. But nah, I think taking is probably the way to go. Get the two center pawns. Get that going. This move looks kind of annoying. I found many Germans to be dry and sarcastic, often very funny. Yeah, interesting. I was going to ask that actually, if like Jan's brand of humor is maybe a little more common in Germany. Radio Jan, yeah, his classic persona. Okay, now I feel there's some trouble brewing here. It's funny because I played a game on my own channel not long ago that featured a very similar situation. Maybe f5? I mean, is this a case where f5 actually makes a lot of sense? Nah, bishop d7 looks annoying. Let's just play something solid first. We'll go here. My favorite Jan clip is when he played Solomon, but it was actually Magnus. Oh, yeah, that's a famous one, isn't it? That is a famous one. Ooh, f3. All right. So now I wish I had f5, of course, but I still feel like I might be able to exploit this somehow. I'm not really seeing it, though. Let's just go here. Play solid. He genuinely hates that clip. That clip, and also the one where him and Peter Svidler are explaining en passant on Chess 24, are probably the two most viral Jan Gustafsson clips. And we're like, Chess 24 couldn't handle like he was trying to explain, I think it was like a world championship broadcast or something. He was trying to explain the en passant rule, and he was making a point like, so with en passant, like you have to make sure if you do it immediately after your opponent made the move. Then he demonstrates. He's like, you can't wait a move. Like, I can't play this move. My opponent replies, and then I try to do it. But when he tried to do it, like Chess 24 actually allowed it. And him and Peter Svidler started cracking up. Sorry if I just spoiled that clip, but that one, and also, yeah, the famous Magnus smurfing clip. The Svidler Lawrence Trent one is super funny. I don't know that one, or at least off the top of my head. Okay. Can I get black or white rather to blunder their rook on e1? How would I go about doing that? If I wanted to get them to blunder that, I mean, I could take everything on c4, but they can take with the bishop. Take. It's not quite working. Let's play d4. I got to play faster too, of course. Knight d1 one time. Any knight d1ers in the chat? Okay, at least Darmendra is taking their time as well. Knight f1. Okay, better move. Oh, still blundered. I still want queen takes e1 at some point, but it's not looking like it's going to be possible. All right. Thank you, Darmendra, for the game. Not a whole lot exciting that happened in this game. You know, I think probably d4 is a move you should work up to. Could be kind of hard to get in. Maybe you should play like knight g3 here. There's kind of some Ruy Lopez vibes to this position almost. That's what I would do probably. Knight g3, activate the knight, and help defend this pawn. I mean, I think you're a little bit worse after this. You do even up the material, but I don't think I played it all that well. I'm kind of curious around here if I could have done something better. Felt like I played a couple too many routine moves and let you off the hook a little bit, but there's not a whole lot I'm working with, actually. So you're still largely okay. But then time became a factor. Maybe this whole operation, not the best for you. Liquidating, I mean, this is kind of an ugly move. It wrecks your structure, so I probably wouldn't play that. Thanks for the game, though, as always. Oh, we're over 100 challenges now. 108 challenges, I think, was flickering up there. Omni King, you're up. Let's go knight f3. Jan's a cultural connoisseur for movies and TV shows. Pretty much 90% of his streams are him talking about recent movies. That I was aware of, yeah. Yup. He does love that stuff. Hello, Lopare, by the way, one of our mods in the chat. Yeah, huge shout out to the mods. Lopare, No Joke Chess, Sgis, any other mods that are in the chat. As you guys know, Lichess is a fairly, let's call it, efficient organization in terms of like management. Of course, we have Thibaut, the creator of Lichess, who, as far as I'm aware, still works full-time on the site and is constantly coming out with new features. But Lichess, in large part, like runs day to day because of the dedication of the mod team. And they've been helpful to me personally, even in like setting up Lichess plays or if I have random questions about things. Lopare sent me some mock-ups for how to improve my screen capture for Lichess, which I still have not responded to him about. Sorry, Lopare. I'm just remembering that right now. Please forgive me. So, yeah, thanks to everyone who makes Lichess the site that it is. A completely free site, always will be free. And we're all very, very grateful for that in the chess community. Oh, thanks, Lopare. Any tips for beginning players? Should I first learn openings or what kind of moves should I learn first? Generally, you don't want to spend too much time on openings, in my opinion, at the beginner level. Check out, I'll plug my series on YouTube. Check out my Chess Fundamentals series. Smithy Q just mentioned that. Thank you, Smithy Q. Because I go over a lot of concepts that will be useful for you, algebra. Okay, let's go queen e2. I'm just going to step out of this situation. Kind of like that one game, you know, where my opponent played c5 too quickly. I don't want to allow black to do this when I'm pinned. Okay, this hits my tactical radar as being too dangerous for black. However, maybe it's actually playable. I'm calculating something here. A3 is the first instinct move here because the knight is the only thing defending c6, right? However, if I play a3, I do have to reckon with bishop a6. I already missed this once today, this bishop a6 move in a game before I went live here. So I'm thinking if it works in this position. a3, bishop a6, let's say queen f3, bishop takes f1. I think I can actually simply recapture the bishop, guys. And then the knight will still be under attack, and I'm still going to land this at the end. So I'm going to play it. Trust my instincts. This is just too much of a weakness for me to tear my eyes away from. I don't want to give black time to play something like bishop b7 and cover it. So I am going to invite this variation. Oh, thank you, DeReuter. Glad you like the Chess Fundamentals series. John, if you could go back and play chess in any era, which one would you choose? Well, I think the mid to late 1800s would be really interesting as a time period to play in. Really, really interesting. You had so many up and coming players. The old masters, before even we had the first world champion in Steinitz. Of course, Morphy stands out. But I'd love to go to the Café de la Régence in Paris. Maybe we can even go back to the 1700s for that. But yeah, I'd say probably mid to late 1800s. If I could just not have to deal with all of the things that go into living in that time period, that would be great. I wouldn't want to drop dead from dysentery while I'm playing like Morphe or something. Or yeah, influenza. All right, now I'm going to finally take this rook. It's time. Had black taken here, I was going to go knight e7. Or knight takes f6 is also just very strong. So after all that, I'm up a pawn. Assuming black takes my knight back. All that work for a pawn. That's chess for you. Sounds fun, but watch out for plagues. That's right. Hello, Matt, by the way. Okay, e5. Let me take that off your hands. Should I go here after black recaptures? I think so. Just looks like an annoying pin. Maybe black could actually take there. Oh, black actually resigned. Probably is winning, but I think you can maybe go rook d7 here and defend. Maybe bishop a2 is coming into the picture, though. Yeah, probably busted. Thank you, Ponterez. You're my hype person for this. You're always in the chat. Thank you. All right, so instructive game, Omni King. I think you played reasonably. You probably tried to break out a little bit too soon on the queen side. I think if you're going to play b6, you should probably do it roundabout here. Although, even at this juncture, I think there are some issues. Like, at minimum, I could open up the attack on the pawn. I remember a Capablanca game where you did something like this and had complete command of the c-file and stopped the opponent's bishop from coming in. This is tough. This is tough. Let's check if the engine approves of a3. I think it checks out tactically, but you might just play a3 and not see bishop a6, but ideally you should work through bishop a6. And I think the crux of the issue is, even though I temporarily go down the exchange, black has to save the knight at some point, and this knight on e5 is super stable. So black's going to move the knight, and then I get to cash in the pawn, and most importantly, get the exchange at that point. So it does check out. Yeah. All right, thanks for the game. So yeah, maybe play b6 a little bit sooner. Manifest Delta, good luck to you. Let us play. All right, I'm going to break that rule I was saying about keeping your knight from going in front of the c-pawn too early. Yeah, see, there's a lot of openings. I feel like the best I can do is maybe transpose to a Caro-Kann here. Or let's go into a Jobava London, actually. Let's do that. Is your daily work done all remotely, or do you have on-the-side commitments? Pre-pandemic, I was actually teaching a decent amount in person. Some students in the area. I've worked in school programs in the past. Still majority online, but I was doing a fair amount in person as well. Even going to camps and stuff. But since the pandemic, yeah, most everything has been online for me. I'm actually doing a couple in-person things coming up, though. If anyone watching is going to be at the U.S. Masters in Charlotte, North Carolina in a couple weeks, definitely say hello. I'm going to be there the Friday after Thanksgiving. It was like American holiday, I realize, um, until Tuesday. So like Friday to Tuesday, I will be hanging out at that tournament, doing some stuff in the Charlotte area at the Charlotte Chess Center. So definitely say hi if anyone's going to be there. It's a super strong tournament. There's like 40 GMs and like, I don't know, 45, 50 IMs. Danya is going to be there. Yes, Daniel Narditsky is playing. Maybe I'll stream with him. Okay, now I can take this pawn, guys, but my queen is actually in trouble after c4, right? So I think I should probably take here first. But then that gives black a chance to play a6. I could take with the queen. I'm going to take with the queen. I think there's a very good chance black blunders rook b8 here. But let's see if Manifest Delta pays attention to my teachings about watching the long-range diagonal moves. Good. No blunder. No blunder from black. Will I be at the chess center that Tuesday night? Probably not, because I think that's the night that I fly out, actually. But I'm sure I'll stop by the center. Manifest Delta, I had faith in you. You avoided it for multiple moves. And then you played it here on move 16. That's okay, though. You can learn in these casual games to watch those long-range diagonal moves and not blunder pieces. It's hard. It's an ongoing process. It happens to all of us. But yeah, that type of blunder is pretty predictable, like at this rating level. Of all the geometric mistakes I see people making in chess at the amateur level, long-range diagonal moves, I feel like I talk about it every stream. Long-range diagonal moves is the most common mistake. Am I doing the North American Open this year? No, I haven't been to that tournament for several years now. Okay, this is another test, Manifest. Do not... Okay, good. You saw my queen defending. All right. Let's see. Rook over, maybe. Let's go. Yeah, let's go rook here. Am I trying for GM? No. Oh, so I should clarify. I'm not actually playing the US Masters. I'll be doing some lectures, maybe streaming a little bit. Mostly just supporting the event and helping to bring some, kind of side stuff, side events to the festival. Here. Let's play b3. I'm just going to stabilize the knight, just in case I want to take some burden off my queen at some point. I got to play faster, though. Manifest is putting the pressure on me here. Must accelerate. John, watch your undefended pawns. Manifest is going to have a field day with my pawns. Already has. I could lose this game. There's a non-zero chance, definitely non-zero chance that I could lose this game. Which would be embarrassing because I was talking up my record against you guys and semi-predicting the rook b8 blunder. So now to lose such a game would be a serious tragedy. I may not recover. This could be the last Lichess plays ever if I lose this game. That's what kind of blow it would do to my ego. Manifest is going to blunder this, though. Maybe not. Nope. All right, pre-move. Oh, Manifest started slowing down, though. We're going to do a little roller mate now. Whew. Okay. GG Manifest. You defended pretty well there towards the end. So, yeah, just watch those long-range diagonal moves. C5, a little bit too reckless. I actually like your position here. I mean, I wouldn't say you're better or anything, but it's probably reasonable. Maybe like A6 first if you want to go C5. Engine's also pointing out A5 or Queen A5. Like, you have some counterplay. So, thanks for the game. Oh, yeah, my pleasure, Darman Dendra. I see your message up there. Thank you, Ponterez and Dark Lord. John, join my clan, please. Are clans a thing in chess? Like in your gamer tag? I remember we used to do that in Counter-Strike when I played it back in the day. Like, do I have to insert something like before my Finn's username? All right, thanks for the game, Manifest. Good fight. Okay, Bama Beeblebrox, another Lichess patron. This is our second game. Good luck to you. Let's play D4 again. Join my chess clan. We raid on Wednesdays. Maybe clans should be a thing in chess, right? Like, that would be kind of cool. There is a Teams feature on Lichess, by the way. I think they're called clubs in chess instead of clan. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking like in an online environment, you know, where like you see someone's username and you just know what, like who they roll with, you know? Like maybe they all play I don't know, the King's Indian defense or something. All right, let's get aggressive. Let's play the 4 pawns attack. Never would have imagined you played Counter-Strike. That's cool. I know that probably kind of dates me. Probably like ages me, but back in like 2003, 2004, I spent a lot of time playing that. Absolutely. Pretty much every day after school I was playing Counter-Strike for about I don't know, 6 months. That is an addicting game, I got to say. Man, a lot of these games are addicting. E5. It's an interesting one. I think I should take with the F pawn, and then I'm not going to take again. Because if I take again, the elasticity of my structure is entirely spoiled. Black's going to recover the pawn, knight f d7. So I think this is the smarter way to go about it. And, let's play bishop g5. Now, can black actually take? No, I think taking actually would have been bad here due to this. All right, let's go here. Maybe there was knight bd7 to defend, but it looked kind of dangerous to allow this. I don't think it dates you. It's an old game, but still pretty popular. Yeah, true. It has been around, and it's still pretty popular, right? Like the chess bras, it's like a clan. Yeah, the bras, they're kind of, they got that vibe. That's true. John, do you play PUBG? No, I don't think I've ever played that. I played Team Fortress back in the day, too. I think that still gets played a little bit. Age of Empires is a game I really liked. I played the Age of Empires more like in middle school, though. So that was a really long time ago for me. That was like late 90s to early 2000s, like 2000, 2001, maybe. Team Fortress. I don't remember a lot about Team Fortress, I got to be honest. But I do remember that game being a lot of fun. That was where you had like the different characters you could play, right? You're saying different classes? Age of Empires 2 still going strong today. That's good to hear. That's a very well-designed game, I feel. Let's play H4. I'll try to open this up. Soldier, Spy, Engineer. Yeah, that's right. I'll have to look them up. I don't remember which one that I predominantly played. Have I ever played Minecraft? No, I've never played Minecraft. Sorry to the dream stands watching this. You should probably be studying for an exam or something. But if you're a dream stand watching this, this looks overwhelming here. Bishop h7, all this stuff coming in. Ooh, I think now I have some interesting possibilities for checkmates. Let's see. Bishop e6, king f8. Can I sack the queen? Not yet, not yet. I could play queen g6. Like, that probably wins. All right, let's throw the check in. King f8 must be played. It's too bad I can't stack the queen, but I don't have my rooks stacked nearly enough. So we're going to go here. And I think this is pretty hard to stop. Oh, I know, Dark Lord. I was just giving you a hard time. Because that's what comes to mind for Minecraft. Although I know Minecraft is a hugely popular game. Minecraft is probably one of the most popular games of all time, right? If not the most popular. Thank you, Bama. Thanks for the game. Yeah, I think... let me consider this. I think the whole bishop g4 thing this early was maybe not the best. I'm not even sure I should play knight f3, actually. Bishop e2, queen d3. So they usually play this like castles, right? Castles and then c5. Or possibly bishop g4. But I think c5 first, usually. You get like a Benoni structure. Yeah, e6. There's definitely some crossover to the Benoni here. I think in general you play bishop g4 later after doing this in the center. So as played, it did feel like I had a pretty powerful center. Some of these moves look reasonable. I think g5 probably is a pretty big strategic mistake. Maybe you should go like knight bd7, then move your queen. Because when you advance these pawns, your king is getting progressively weaker. Okay, thank you for the game. Wow, we're still over 100 challenges. This is great. Ooh, Andre Inadenko. 2400 bullet, 2485 blitz. All right, chat. Did you sign this person up to play against me? Did you guys make a couple calls and be like, all right, John's getting a little too cocky? He's talking about how none of you have taken him down in Lichess plays at all lately. Okay, we're still going to get into a Gingy Indian. I kind of tricked my opponent with the move order. Hey, what's up, Yuho? Good to see you in the chat. Greetings. I like this position. I'm comfortable with this. I like my Gingy Indian. Oh, chat is rooting hard for Andre here. Let's go here. Now, I think this should be a pretty good version because White's dark square bishop in particular is not a good piece. Not a good piece at the moment. How are you going to unravel this? This looks challenging. If this knight moves, at some point I might take this pawn. Maybe not right away. Maybe not tomorrow. Okay, should I castle queenside? You often can. I think I actually will. I will do it. And then I might go e6. Watch out for this move. This is a pretty common idea. You switch it up and you start trying to attack with the bishop this way. I think castling short would have been fine too, but yeah, I kind of like how this is shaping up despite the apparent pressure. But that is one thing that's interesting about this opening. One of the many things that you can castle this way despite the half-open file. Okay, so yeah, I'm really thinking about e5 or e6 here. e5 or e6. Let's play e5. I know, right, Diffuser? The nerve of me to do this. The guts I'm displaying here. Okay, White still goes for e4. Understandable. What about f4, though? It's interesting. I can also maybe just play in the center. Something like this. Let's just do that. I think that's fine. I really want to avoid like a pure bullet game against this guy because 2400 bullet. I mean, I'm higher, but that's a pretty darn good bullet rating. So I'd prefer to avoid an all-out bullet battle. Can I take? Take bishop g5 looks a little annoying. Probably take here first, huh? Yeah, let's take here first. John about to get mated? How dare you? I am far from getting mated. I did follow the CGC, yes. That was definitely entertaining. Congratulations to Wesley. All right, goes there. Interesting. I think I'm going to take this one, though. Let's capture. Leave this knight glued to b6, though, right? We're not, if takes, we're taking with the queen. Of course. Okay, take. Knight takes, do I have this move? This might be trouble for white. The Gingy Indian might be striking here, guys. I have to keep my unblemished Lichess plays record recently. Okay, now if this rook moves, I can go knight c4. We are back in action in a big way. Let me think. There's also moves like that. Okay, I got to watch knight f7. Hold on. Knight f7 is an idea. Let's actually go here. Let's do that. Maybe knight a4 is enabled too. I think I have pretty good control here. I am inviting this capture, but I'm not going to sweat that pawn too much at the moment. How about here? This looks like a good centralizing move. Also kind of cuts the knight off from retreat. Should I take c3? Dare I do that? Take rook c1, knight e2 is working. Okay, so I could take this way, though. And that forces a queen trade. The queens are coming off the board. Check. All right. We are winning. Let's just not screw it up. There we go. Roll the pawns. Maintain the integrity of the structure. No tricks. No tricks for you. Here we go. All right. The Gingy strikes. We transcended into the Gingy Indian from yeah, kind of an unusual move order, actually, because usually if white plays this way, delaying knight c3, they won't play it when you have a chance for bishop takes. So I kind of think like g3 probably should be the move here. This has some Dutch vibes. Look at that pawn chain. That's right. Yeah, thank you for the game, Andre. You did say thanks. Yeah, I think black's pretty comfortable by the time we get to the middle game. The engine says equal here. I would take black every time in this position. I feel like this is much easier to play as black. Because a lot of these endgames are just unappealing to white. You know, even if the computer says white can hold this, I don't know. You probably got to sack a pawn somehow to justify it. The engine wants to blast open the center. Gets difficult in a hurry. All right, chat. Who else are you going to send at me? Come on. Bring them all on. Cormac McCarthy? All right. Good player, but not an unknown quantity to me. Shout out to Cormac, the author. Are you there, Cormac? All right, guess not. You can always re-challenge. Even man. Let's do it. Good luck to you. Have any D4 openings happened today? Yes, several. Indeed. Frozen Cloud asks, John, have we reached the point in chess where we will no longer see new openings named after people? It is definitely getting harder and harder to achieve that. That is true. But I don't think we're there yet. Like there are active players with openings named after them. Probably Badur Jobava with the Jobava London, best example of that. So no, I don't think we're quite there yet, but it is getting harder. Also, I think there's no real consensus on how that's done. Like who decides what person or place is getting an opening named after them. It's always been kind of random, I guess. Some loose form of consensus. All right, so this is the Apocalypse variation. No joke, that's what it's called. Let's go d4. If queen a5 check, I can play knight c3 to defend the bishop. Danny Wrench is who decides. It seems like a lot of responsibility. All right. Let's take now. Yeah, let's take. I can try to pounce on f7. I might do that. Like at least go here just to see if even man plays g6, which is kind of a weakening move. Gary Chess decides. Yeah, Gary Chess. Ooh, bishop c8. All right, so this defends, but that undeniably looks pretty awkward. Looks pretty awkward. That said, I don't see like a clearly good way for me to play this. I'm kind of tempted to play something like c4. Let's try it. I mean, just blast this open. I don't really know what my follow-up is when black takes. Like I was thinking knight d2. Not so convinced by this, but black's kind of going backwards. I do feel somewhat compelled to attack here, but it's probably nothing. You just saw your name in Lichess directly after I removed my challenge because I thought it would take too long. Oh, what do you mean? You mean when I click the challenges? Yeah, bear in mind, when I click these challenges, I have an accept random challenge button. So if you see your name here, that actually doesn't mean anything other than the fact that you've challenged. It doesn't mean you're more likely to get a game. Okay, let's take this way for sure because I want into this d6 square. I don't really care about this knight getting captured because I get to take here. I'm very happy to open this bad boy up. Oof, knight d6. Getting a little more desperate for black. King f8, I think, has to be played here. But it is unpleasant for sure. I'm going to move my bishop and then try for a rook coming over. Yeah, now that one, I can take f7. I can also throw this move in first, maybe. I think both are pretty good. Let's play this one. Why not? Take now. Take on g7 discovery. This is too much. The pieces are all dropping. Bring this over. Could also take right away, or pretty much any sensible move will win here. There's apparently a chessable course on how to refute the Scandinavian. Almost feels like blasphemy. I think I know what course you're talking about. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good course. I've talked to the author of that course a couple times before. All right. Thank you, Even Man. Appreciate the game. Pontorez is recruiting for their clan. I think you were probably all right if in this position or hereabouts. You know what I would do? I'd play bishop e7 and then I would castle. I think you do need to get your king to safety pretty quickly here. Oh, look at that. The engine says you're fine, even without that. But that's personally what I would be thinking about. When you're 2 moves away from castling and your opponent is already castled, has their king secure, that is a pretty big cause for concern. I'm actually kind of surprised that the computer says black can do this. But the point seems to be to get the bishop to b7 quickly. You do have the bishop pair, which is nice. So apparently if I get forced back, you may be able to take over the initiative somehow. So otherwise, I think you played all right, but you were lagging in development a little bit there. Bishop c8, not all that bad, though. Bishop b5 also playable. Attack the rook. I think you were correct to avoid g6. Like, personally, I would not want to play this move because you do put a lot of pawns on light squares. All your pawns are on light squares, actually. So that means your dark squares are kind of tender. Thanks for the game. Good fight. Okay, Jay Skrills, good luck to you. 1807. Bring it, guys. You still got about a half hour, 25 minutes to try to take me down. All right, let's play Pierce. I know you sent Andre. Andre couldn't get the job done, though. Andre came up short. Could it be Jay Skrills? Maybe a Trojan horse? I let my guard down a little bit against the 1800. Takes me out. Dave Bees is rooting for you. Shantham waiting to take me down? All right. I'll look for Shantham. All right. I've played this line before. It looks kind of quirky, the way that I'm playing this, right? Like the early trade with the king in the center. But with the queens off the board, it's not easy for white to exploit. King e7, disgusting move. Well, there, it's pretty much forced because I got to defend against the double attack on my bishop. It's actually a nice, tidy move. I think this is an attractive move, personally. There's a famous game Magnus Carlsen played against Vallejo Pons, a Spanish grandmaster in this setup. Vintage Magnus game. Oh, you meant it like savage. I see what you mean. Got it. Could be a Solomon situation, like you're actually playing Magnus. Could be, yeah. You never know. One thing I'm really pleased about, like in all seriousness with Lichess plays, by the way, I think I can take this pawn. I am very pleased we have not, to my knowledge, really had any instances of cheating. Of people using engine assistance in Lichess plays. I think that's actually pretty unreal given the amount of people that challenge and like watch this. So thank you guys for making this a clean fight and not using assistance. You should never do that. In fact, I can only recall maybe like one, perhaps two instances of all the Lichess plays I've done going back over a year and a half now, where that's been an issue. So really few and far between. Okay, let's play a5. I don't want that knight coming in here. I'm trying to bait white into playing this, but I think Jay Skrills understands that the bishop will not be trapped. Haven't some games been aborted for cheating detected? I don't really remember that, Malcolm Tucker. At least, definitely not lately. I think that's almost never happened. I do recall one game, but it has to be like a year ago at least now, where there was some pretty clear cheating going on. But aside from that, I mean, I think the proportion of cheating in Lichess plays is far lower than normal. Far, far lower. So again, thanks to you guys for doing that. Or not doing that. All right, so I can take the exchange, but I almost don't want to because this position's so dominant. Like, what if I go here and try to snake my rook over? I guess white just plays king b1 at some point, but you know what I mean? Like, I almost don't want to take that because this is just such a attractive position. I know what I can do. I can go here. Because then if white moves this rook, I can go here. And this rook is the one that's trapped. All right. I guess I'll take with a pawn. That's probably fine. F4. How often have you guys seen a double trapped rook? Or a pair of rooks that are both trapped by enemy minor pieces? That's got to be worth a Rosen trophy. Maybe not. Oh, thank you, Knight in Yellow. Appreciate it. This is just a really annoying situation when, like, both you and your opponent know that a piece can be captured at any moment, but they don't do it. They just really drag it out. Let's go here. The rook is still trapped. Just trying to build up as much as I can before taking it. Yeah, and now I get to take it for free. All right. Thank you, Jay Skrills. So this line, yeah, I actually don't think this line is advantageous to white, despite black moving the king around. And by this line, I mean this whole knight b5, knight takes d6 thing. Probably not the best try for an advantage. Yeah, there's knight bd7 or knight d7 here too, isn't? Oh yeah, that actually is the main move. I might have got my lines confused. Is this Magnus game in here? Again, I could swear there was a game Magnus played in a very similar position. Must have been a slightly different move order though. The thing about knight d7, so white can try to go f4 here, right? Hoping for takes and then e5, looking to capitalize on this. But black replies with h6, and this is known to be pretty comfortable for black. The wait was worth it. Got the rook for free. Yeah, that's right. Looks like the engine finds this g4 move really objectionable, Jay Scrolls. I mean, to me, that didn't seem like a double question mark move. I think you're trying to expand over there, but undeniably, your development's a little bit weird here. So maybe you should move this bishop and try to get the knight out. That's probably what I would be focusing on. Okay, thanks for the game. Ahmed Chess. Good luck to you, 1584. By the way, I'm not going to click my notifications, but every time I do Lichess plays, the notifications start piling up for me. And you know what almost all the messages are? Not all of them, but over 50% are please play me. Yes, that's right, Dave Dees. How do I play with you? Please play me. Here's my username. Send me a challenge. That doesn't improve your chances, guys. You got to enter the pool of players. You just send me a challenge. That's all you got to do. That is the maximum you can do. Watch this. Someone's going to send me another message. This is going to click from 7 to 8. I know it. Someone's going to... I'm scared to click, though, because you never know what someone... Join my clan? Okay, we have like a King's Indian type position here, even though my bishop's on e7. I kind of like this. I like the direction this is going. Let's play knight e8. I don't know if I should go for f5, though. I have mixed feelings about this. I guess I'll still do it because I came this far. I could maybe go g6, knight g7, and then try to work up to this. This might be a better plan. Yeah, because this isn't so bad for white at all, actually. Because they get the e4 square to work with, at least. Oh, two of you mess. Oh! Streamer's getting what he asked for. My inbox is blowing up. I'm tempted to check them off stream. Very tempted. Let's go here. This bishop's undefended, but I don't think white can punish me with something like that because they would lose 2 pieces in the process. So I think it checks out. Hold on, I got to check. I'm curious. The first one I see is, can you please play me? But that was from an hour ago. Someone said, for the memes, I will do it. Someone said, please don't play me. Very nice. I guess I can just take this. I didn't see that initially, but yeah, let's go capture. Please don't not play me. Really confused me with some double negatives. Okay, king over. Probably bishop here. Put a little pressure. Still got to be vigilant. Ahmed is trying to get at my king, it seems. I mean, I think I can take this one. There is bishop h or queen h6, but yeah, maybe queen h6 is worth preventing. I should probably go here, huh? Looks kind of scary to allow, so I'll do this. No Starbucks. Well, I have a coffee machine that I can use, so yeah, I haven't got Starbucks in a while. I do miss it though. Oh yeah, BD Gambitier. I remember you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Queen E3. I'm looking for some clean way to play this. Like my knight is kind of awkward now. I feel like I need to get that in the game. This move allows that Queen H6 business though. Maybe that's not so bad. I mean, I think in the interest of coordinating, I should play this. I don't see how else my knight is going to enter the action. I'm up 2 pawns, so this bishop's pretty strong for white. It guards the king. Also, maybe participates in something here. But I feel like with accurate play, this should be winning for me. Do you ever get requested to play a position on Lichess? Yeah, that does happen from time to time. Absolutely. People send me thematic challenges. Christmas tree back up soon? Yes, I will bring that back. Absolutely. I will put up the tree. We had the pumpkin up until Halloween. All right. Let's go here. I need to speed up. Take, take. I'm going to snipe that rook on A1, though. Watch out. I will take it. I wasn't lying. The long-range diagonal moves. We know about them. Expect them, dread them. I feel like white's trying to get mated in some elaborate way. Let's keep queens on board. Keep them on. Check. Check. Take my bishop. It's a hard one to stop. You could go bishop g5, but that would probably just delay things. All right. Thank you, Ahmed. Close game. I've got to go. Just kidding. I just like using that message. Yeah, that's an interesting middle game we got into, huh? I think you were probably doing fine right around here. I feel like maybe you should play bishop e3 somewhere here and threaten to capture the knight on c5. I'm not too impressed what I did. It would be better if my knights were in contact with one another. So maybe bring the bishop to that square at some point. Yeah, bishop e3. Probably you just got a little bit too squirrely with how you were playing on the king side because you lost the 1f pawn and you didn't seem to defend this f2 pawn. Okay, thanks for the game, though. We have time, I think, for 2 more games, guys. Who's it going to be? Yaka. Yaka, you are up 1480. Good luck. You have a lot of numbers in your username, which is always intimidating. Let's play a French. Got to work in a French, I guess. Hey, thank you, Fungus. Very kind of you. Thanks for your nice message. Do I play queen e7 check here? I feel like I might. GG. Are you like calling your shot here? GG before the game ends? All right. I'm going to proceed with caution. I feel like you're calling your shot against me. Oh, okay, good. No matter what happens, it's already been a good game. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, thanks again, Fungus, for your kind words. Will I ever make a video with a real chessboard? I really like those videos. Oh, interesting element. Yeah, I like recording those. I'm not really in my current place. I don't have like a great place to record those, but at my old place, I did, and yeah, they were pretty interesting. Got some good feedback on those, so I might do that again. You know what? This sounds ridiculous, guys, but have you guys ever tried to record a chessboard and have it show up in the video in like a presentable way? It's actually surprisingly challenging. You wouldn't really think recording a simple chessboard in pieces would be challenging, but things like the lighting and especially the angle of how you're looking at the board, are a bit difficult to get right. Thank you, Tosh Queen, for the raid. 81 viewers coming in to this Lichess play stream. Thank you very much. Hope you had a great stream. We probably would have rated you if you were continuing, but we got about 10 minutes here left in this Lichess plays. We've been going for almost 2 hours. I've been trying to get the chat to take me down. Still not too late. Like Yaka could do it here. Maybe someone else will step up to the plate as well. You never know. Thanks again, Tosh Queen. Yeah, no problem. Probably pretty late for you, so. But good to see another streamer. Thanks again for the raid. All right, let's go 94. I think this is reasonable. You can take me down, Mod. Well, maybe you'll be the last one to play me today, which will be a blindfold game, by the way. How was my weekend? It was good. Thank you for asking, Flicker Alex. Yeah, it was really good. It's been pretty laid back. My heat went out yesterday, actually, which left me scrambling a little bit because I'm in an apartment and my building manager had already left for the weekend. But fortunately, we were able to fix the issue. Someone came over. Normally, it wouldn't be a problem, but it's getting kind of cold here, so it's below freezing now. It's getting to be that time of year. Other than that, my weekend has been great. Just turn up the heat by playing Gambits. Yeah, my doing the conversion right now. I'm pretty cold tolerant. So when it was clear that my heat was not working, I was like, "Oh, I'll just tough it out till Monday, like no big deal. Like I'm going to be in and out of my place anyways. I'll be fine." But then it quickly dropped to like 62 Fahrenheit, which is about 16 and a half Celsius. And I was like, this is getting a little uncomfortable. And this was like earlier in the day yesterday. So probably for my building, they're not going to be back in here till tomorrow morning. So I was like, I better call someone. And fortunately, someone came over and fixed it real quick. I'm kind of blundering this pawn. I'm not playing this game very well against Yaka, who's playing solid, by the way. But the time, I think, is catching up with them. The time is going to be their undoing. I can maybe play to trap this bishop. That's an interesting play. I'm going to go here. Okay, Yaka being resourceful, though. That's actually kind of a problem for me because if I play incorrectly, my bishop might have hung, or maybe the rook on e4 behind it. And I'm just going to have to flag Yaka. That's my only recourse to win this game. The only one. I'm still, or I was, somewhat worse. Now I'm up a piece, but... Okay, thanks for the game, Yaka. GG. Says I got to go. Yeah, you were doing just fine. I don't really know what I'm doing in this variation, so I just know you take on c4. But not right away. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe I should know that. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of students who play like the exchange French. But it did seem kind of wrong how I played it. There's some games here, but not so many. They usually go knight f6 here. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. So if I'm going to take on c4, I should probably delay it. Knight f6 first. Probably not fearing c5. You just come back. Start undermining the pawns later. I think the main mistake you made here is playing the French. Okay, yeah. Good point. Good point. As you said earlier, it's dishonest. Indeed. And the reason it's dishonest is you are not being upfront about your intentions to play d5, unlike the Scandinavian. For all the hate the Scandinavian gets, I'm sorry if this is a repeat from earlier, you can't accuse the Scandinavian of leading white on. The French and the Caro-Kann, though, they're being a little deceptive, let's say, about their intentions. They might go d5. It's possible they might not. Like maybe they'll try to transpose to some sort of Sicilian. They're really belaboring the point. All right, thanks again, Yaka, for the game. Let's go to our preferences because we're going to play the blindfold game. Everyone has this option on Lichess, by the way. If you ever want to try blindfold chess, you go to your preferences. And then under display, there's a whole bunch of different ones. Under display, go down to blindfold chess, click yes. And do not panic. You're going to be looking at a blank board. This is not a bug. Every week we get questions in the chat. John, why is your board blank? Or is something wrong with my Lichess? No. You're watching a stream, first of all. And I intentionally am doing this to play blindfold. Good luck to Illusion. Nice username for this blindfold game. If you would like to see the pieces, go follow me on Lichess. Go to Fins. You can actually see the board. I can draw arrows, yeah, in circles. That is correct. That is correct. Why is the board blank? I was walking into that, I guess. I'm going to get another notification up here. Watch. All right. Let's play c6. I'm playing like a Peertz type of system. I'm going to flirt with the idea of b5. I like how Illusion is playing this. Okay, they just castled. So let's make some attacking overtures towards the king. b5. The board is blank like my mind, says Pizza Racer. All right, let's take that. Okay, I guess we're going to trade queens here. Capture. It's scary to play those long-range queen moves when you're blindfold. I think this should be good for me, though, because I step here, I hit the bishop, and I think I can pick off this pawn on e5. Or white will have to make some serious concession to defend it. You've lost track of all the pieces. It is difficult. It is difficult. But that's why I'm doing the heavy lifting for you. Don't worry. Okay, I'm up a pawn here. Pretty good position. Think I'm going to take this knight, too. Like, really wreck white structure. That looks nice. Bishop e6, knight d7, maybe. Let's go knight d7. I have a weak c6 pawn. That's probably the only thing that's wrong with my position. Otherwise, it's very good. Let's send the bishop here. Knight g5, aggressive move. I think I go knight f6, though. I can defend h7. I also do have to watch my time. You know, you do not want a time scramble in a blindfold game with no increment. That's one other thing that can befell my position here. Befall my position. Okay, rook e3. Interesting. Let's play h6. I'm not actually threatening to take the knight yet because this is undefended. But I just want to plant the seed that I will not tolerate the knight sitting there forever. I see the position pretty well, but I would like to speed up a little bit. Okay, let's take. Let's go ace. No, let's go king here. So on rook here, I can step here if I want to. Attacking the rook. Okay. Let's do c4. Whoa. That's defended, right? Don't think that's a good idea. All right. White's just swinging for the fences here. They are trying to befuddle me with direct attacking moves. I'm just defending, consolidating. I'm up enough material to win this game, so I'm not panicking. Got e7 held. My pieces are all in good spots. Not a whole lot left for white to throw at me, actually. But there's always a chance I could lose track of this position in my head. Is this pawn hanging? Yeah, the g2 was hanging. I should have taken that. All right, not bad, though. I think this square is safe. Go after the pawn. Okay. Oh, boy. That square was not safe. There was a pawn there? When did that pawn go there? Oh, boy. All right, now I really got to focus. I took a bit of a risk playing that move, and I instantly paid the price. Also, Illusion, if you can stop playing such good moves, that would be great. You are working me here. Here? I'm trying. This is going to be tough, guys. I can tell Illusion is strong. Go back. Oh, draw. I got to draw. I'm relieved. GG. That pawn was there because I took the knight, of course. Of course. See? You guys sent Illusion, and Illusion took me down. Yeah, I forgot that I captured on c3, and that's how the pawn got to that square. It's a little unusual that that occurred, so maybe that's why I wasn't thinking about it. In my head, I believed... I don't know. I thought this pawn might have been here or something. Because I knew the king was here. I knew the king was not the one that could capture me. But I can't tell you where I thought the other b pawn was, other than maybe b4. Because it definitely wasn't on b2. No, Illusion played well. That was a good game. I mean, aside from bishop takes g6, for Illusion's rating, that was really good. This was overambitious. Probably bishop e4 should be played. White's not that much worse, actually. But, yeah. Kept the pressure on. Even after winning the rook, of course, this is really, really good for white, but it's not so simple. I mean, you have to break down my position. But, like, getting the rook in through the c-file, attacking, that was well played. So, GG. All right, so Illusion knocked me off for a draw today. The rest of you better step up your game for next time, though. I'm serious. Someone needs to take me out. I'm reading your chat right now. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. This was Lichess Plays 2 Hours of Blitz. It's a weekly event. Check out Sabina's Lichess Plays 2. She does this frequently, too. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. De Reuter says, yeah, we're terrible. Thanks, John. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. We will try to raid someone. Mods, I don't think I can initiate a raid on Twitch, so one of you probably will have to do it. Maybe Esgis or Lopare if you're still there. And you all have a great week. Take care, and thanks again for the fun times today. I learned some stuff. See you all next Sunday. Yes, probably same time next Sunday. See you guys later. Bye. Good job.